Okay, good evening, everyone. So today is the listening session one, and the trainer for today is Mr. Shafiq Mohammed. These are a few instructions for you all. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a noise-free environment, for which we recommend you to use your earphones for the best experience. Respect your instructor, your classmates, and yourself. Be respectful and professional, and do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. Now, these are the three memberships that are available to you guys. So you instantly become bronze member when you register yourselves on the Ubergrad website. Apart from that, we have the silver and the gold memberships with additional features which are displayed on the screen. And so if you want to upgrade yourself for any of these silver or gold memberships, you can just drop in your details in the chat box, and I'll make you get into contact with the organizer, or you can just go onto the website of Ubergrad and you can directly get yourselves registered for these two. Moving ahead, we have free profile evaluation, which is done by our experts, which consists of university shortlisting, course recommendations, country recommendations, which is made according to a student's future aspirations, career objectives, academic strengths, your requirements. Similarly, recommendations report is also customized for your profile and requirements. And apart from that, we have doubt clearance regarding the study abroad process, which consists of shortlisting applications, scholarships, etc. Moving ahead, we have these live classes which goes on from Monday to Friday. So firstly, we have free GRE live classes which goes on from Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30, which is an online class, and it's a 2-month course. Similarly, we have free live Duolingo classes which goes on from Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., which is also an online class, and it's a 2-week course. So for getting yourselves enrolled for any of these, you can just go onto the website and directly get yourselves registered. Moving ahead, in order to upgrade yourself to a gold membership, which is just for rupees 499 at Ubergrad, and you get benefits worth rupees more than a 50K. So the other consultants, they provide you with features like live IELTS coaching, live GRE coaching, university selection and application, SOP and LOR writing services, visa support, and loan support. So all these you get at more than a 50K, but at Ubergrad you just get it for rupees 499. So for getting yourselves upgraded to this gold membership, you can just drop in your details in the chat box, or you can directly go to the website of Ubergrad and get yourselves upgraded. So these are some of the achievements of the students who got themselves enrolled at Ubergrad. Now I'll quickly show you the website of Ubergrad. So just go on to ubergrad.com. There's a lot of information on the website itself regarding the process, regarding the countries, universities, courses, examinations. So everything is made taking your future aspirations or your future needs and requirements in mind. So we have a lot of things which can be explored, for which you can just go onto the website. Similarly, we have free profile evaluation and a talk to a counselor option. We have test preparation stores consisting of live IELTS, live GRE, live Duolingo classes, as I mentioned before. Moreover, we have additional services, and blogs are also uploaded on a daily basis. So you can just go on the website and check out the blogs. Now, for getting yourselves available with the handouts and the recordings of the various courses and the classes that we have come up with. So firstly, go to ubergrad.com, go to your name. Just a second, guys. Yeah, go on to your name, go on to my test preparation option. It will take you to this window. Then go on to IELTS Academic Comprehensive Live Classes course. You would come on this window. Now just scroll down and see the first in the first part only listening is written. So like today is listening day 1. So today's recording and handouts would be available tomorrow. for making yourselves available to other courses or other sessions, handouts and recordings, you can just scroll down over there. Reading, speaking, writing is mentioned. Just go click on that, and you will get all the days recording as well as handout. For example, we had a reading day 5 on Friday. The last week, last day, that is Friday, was reading day 5. So just go over there on reading day 5, and just go and check out the handouts and the recording. Just click on reading day 5 recording. It would take you to this window which says reading day 5 recording 20th October, so which was on Friday. So yeah, today's will be available tomorrow, so you can just go and check out tomorrow. Now I would like to hand out the session, the platform, to our trainer for today. So sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, how are the celebrations going on over there?
So good.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, how are you? Very good evening to everyone. So, my name is Mohammed Shafiq. You can call me Shafiq. So, I'm your IELTS trainer today. We're going to discuss the second module, which is listening. So, usually in the examination, very good evening. Thank you. So, in the examination, it is like this: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Okay. So, listening, reading, writing is conducted at one go, and speaking is conducted on another day, or it might happen 1 or 2 days before. So, it depends upon the speaking schedule. Okay. Any which ways. So, today, our entire focus, or this entire week, will be our focus will be on listening. So let me quickly share the screen here. Okay, so can you all view my screen? Can you say thumbs up or something? Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, thank you, guys. So, listening. So, soon after, actually, we were supposed to start listening last week, but yes, we started with reading. Um, Listening has 4 sections. So unlike reading, like ma'am would have told you, like reading has 3 sections, isn't it? So listening has 4 sections here, and you have 40 questions to answer altogether. Just like reading, listening also will have 40 questions here. Okay, but the thing is here, each section will have 10 questions. Okay, so and you'll have 4 different audios. So each section will have a different audio. Okay, so no need to worry about the audio and all. What we need to be concerned about is first section will be a conversation. Okay, conversation between 2 people. Okay, so what would be the conversation? The conversation can be like uh, inquiring about something. Okay, or asking some information, mostly addresses, phone numbers, names. These are the things which are to be, be careful of. What would you get in first section? These are the things, like phone numbers, names. Okay, and addresses, address name. For example, if any name is given, or the address name is quite peculiar. For example, Indian street names are quite peculiar, isn't it? To the people who are not from that area or not from that place. Not only Indian streets, if at all, South Indian street. If you go to a South Indian place, when you ask, okay, I need to go to this place. Obviously, the name of the places might be a little different, isn't it? For the people who are not from there. In the same way, when we come across the like place names, they might be very peculiar names sometimes. So what happens is when the name of a person or the last name of a person or place name is very peculiar, which is quite well known to those people only over there. Those names, those spellings will be actually uttered. Okay. For example, David, D-A-V-I-D. David is very easy, name to guess, but I'm just giving an example. They would spell it. Okay. So you need to quickly note down what they're saying. So names, phone numbers, mostly like place names again. Names come from that, even the person name or a place name. Okay. All the nouns you can say. And what else? Let's discover. So first section will be that. Second section will be a monologue where one person will be uttering some information. Okay, giving some information. And third will be a conversation again, but this time conversation between more than two people, but up to four people. Okay, so conversation between 3 or 4 people. Okay, and then the fourth section will be a monologue. So it's like this: conversation, monologue, conversation, monologue. Okay, so monologues are nothing but one person giving or uttering some information. So 40 questions, and the time actually given for this entire listening is 40 minutes. See, the audio goes on for 30 minutes, and extra 10 minutes is given to jot down the answers in the answer sheet or check the answers. Okay, for that extra 10 minutes is given. 10 minutes is given in listening. Unlike reading, reading is for 60 minutes, isn't it? But there extra time is not given. Here, extra time is given to jot down the answer in the answer sheet. If you're writing a paper-based test, again, like ma'am has told you that reading, I mean, IELTS is of two types, isn't it? I mean, two ways to write. One is paper-based and another one is computer-based. So both the tests, in listening, you will get 10 minutes of time. In paper-based test, to jot down the answers in the answer sheet, which will be there, the answer sheet will be there in the last paper. Okay, after all the 4 sections or 3 sections of reading and listening, answer sheet will be there in the last. Like it will be like an OMR sheet, you know. So there you'll have some rectangular boxes where you need to write it down. But in computer-based test, you won't have that, criteria to jot it down in the answer sheet. Not required. You just need to fill it in the gaps, or your drop downs. You need to select. You need to select the multiple choice then and there itself. So that is the only advantage in CBT, which is computer-based test. But paper-based test, again, you have to jot down all the answers in the answer sheet, which is there in the end. Okay, so that is again good to know information. Okay, so and it's both academic and general. For both of you guys will be the same listening. So again, there are 2 kinds of IELTS here: academic and general. Academic is nothing but those who are appearing for to study in abroad or universities in abroad. Okay, those who are planning to work in abroad countries, definitely for them general IELTS. So that is general and academic. The listening will be the same. For example, a general guy and a academic person or a test taker are sitting at the same time for the examination. Both will get the same listening on that day. That is what it's saying. Okay, so both will get the same listening, but the reading would differ. That is not required now. Okay, so the reading for academic is different and for reading for general is different. So we'll not go into that again. So the candidates of IELTS of academic and general both will have the same listening tests. Okay, so that is what it's trying to say. And then let's go to the marking criteria. So marking criteria is again just like reading. Here also, if you score 30 to 32 correct answers, 30 to 32 correct answers, you get 7 bands. If you score 35 to 36, 8 bands. 37 to 38, 39 to 40, like that. Okay, so here also we have, it starts from 1 to 9 band scores. Okay, so your aim, what is your aim? Your aim should always, your focus should always be above 30 correct answers, above 30 plus. Okay, that means 7 plus band should be your focus always. So out of 40 questions, make sure in every section in listening, in every section, you should be 100% sure of all the 10 questions in every section. And also, uh, mostly students will get little, hinged in or little difficulty in MCQs. Okay, in listening. So I'm telling you the, the negatives also. I mean, it's not a negative thing. Mostly students find or test takers find MCQs as little difficult. Okay, so that is the reason. So concentrate on those. Whatever is your weakness in listening or reading or whatever it is, you need to concentrate a little bit more, isn't it? That is what you need to do. So here also you'll start doing those exercises a lot or that question types a lot. Okay. So yes, these are the things you need to remember. And yes, question types, like we were discussing, which question type is difficult for you. You will anyways discover once you start doing or start practicing things, isn't it? So once you discover, okay, this is my, weakness and this is my, I can do it really, really well. So definitely those things you can actually, even in the examination also, obviously you'll not leave which are difficult. Definitely those which are easier, you will do that. Okay. And also some students or test takers ask me that, sir, can I leave those set of questions and come back and do it? It's better. I mean, that you can do it in reading, but not in listening. Okay. Listening, the audio goes on and you need to follow the audio. Okay. You need to completely keep your attention, your concentration, everything on the what the speakers are saying. Otherwise, what happens is you might miss the answer. So that is really, really crucial, guys. I want everyone to listen to it carefully. Whatever we are doing it in these three like five days. Obviously, listening is again for 5 days of practice we are going to do. So utmost concentration is required. But apart from that, you need to be acquainted to or you need to be well versed with these English speakers. The reason is listening is actually, I mean, these audios or these speakers, 80% of the speakers are from UK. Okay. The reason is it's very simple. The reason is it's a Cambridge, examination, and definitely it is coming from UK because IELTS is from UK. But it is not that you won't get other accent people, other English accent people. You would get an UK person definitely. That is for 100% sure. A UK speaking person, an Australian, sometimes a New Zealand. But all these are English speaking countries, right? But most of the speakers are UK people. Okay, so they won't have heavy accent again, but the guys who have not watched any English movies or don't watch any English movies, even if they have watched an English movie, they watched it in their own language, dubbed in their own language. Okay, so for those people, it will be difficult initially if you hear them. But those who are like, okay, you have been hearing to these kind of English speakers, native speakers of English, then for them it will be easier. Okay, again, so nothing is impossible. You know this, right? When we really have that determination in ourselves, so language is not a great deal, I believe. Okay, I have seen people, who are not from English medium, from other mediums, cracking IELTS really well. When you that is what it is. When you have that thing in you, that yes, I wanted to do this. Definitely, you can do it. So language should not be a barrier, right? Between your dreams, isn't it, to come through? So we have these question types again: multiple choice questions, matchings, plan, diagram, labeling, form, again summary, completion, and notes. Okay, sentence completion, short answer questions. We are going to do all these, like 10 to 12 question types are there. We're going to do that, but we'll do it slowly every day. We'll cover it in these 5 days. Okay, so key points are, you'll have to multitask definitely. When the audio starts or when the audio is going on, your cursor, or when you're doing a computer based test, your cursor should be on two questions. Okay, You will be at a time looking at two questions or two blanks, whatever it is. Okay. So two questions, your focus should be there. So multitasking again. And if you're writing a paper-based test, definitely your pen or pencil. Actually, you're going to write it with a pencil. So if you're remember this, guys, if you're writing a paper-based test, always write it with pencil, because if you write with pen, it will be little nasty, and definitely they accept pencil only mostly. Okay, so take 2 to 3 pencils, one sharpener, one eraser. These are very mandatory, when you go for a paper based test. And computer based test, it's not required. Just take 1 or 2 pencils and pencil, because any which ways you're going to do it in the computer, but they'll also give a rough paper to write something. So you can do little rough work also. Maybe a pad is given. Sometimes, I've seen students getting a magical pad where you just write it and just erase it. No need of any, pen or pencil. Those kind of magical pads we will get. I mean, to write on. Okay. So definitely the equipment will be there itself. No need to take anything. But if you're going for a pen and paper, sorry, paper-based test, you have to take 2 to 3 pencils, one eraser, and a sharpener. Okay, that is again good to know information. Okay, people say that stationery is given over there. Don't rely on that stationery. It's better you also take. Okay, then uh, two questions you need to concentrate together, or you need to have that in your site. Two questions you'll be viewing when you're listening to the first question. Your side, your eyes should also some go to the second question. What is it all about? And moreover, before they start the set of questions, they'll give you half a minute to read the questions any which ways. But what will you do when you read, when the half a minute is given? You'll just quickly go through what the questions are there, what are the options are there. Okay, okay, what are the keywords which are there. You're going to just have a eagle's eye. What is there here and there, here and there. Okay, definitely you're going to the when you listen, you're going to find it easier. Okay, so that is what they'll give that half a minute to read the questions. Okay, don't try to understand everything. IELTS will provide additional information, but you only need to listen for the answers. Keep yourself focused on the listeners, or listening for answers. So what is trying to say is some extra information is also given, but in between that extra information, our answer comes. So you need to have the entire focus on the audio or the speakers. Okay, there's no other go, guys. What if there's a lot of information given and suddenly our answer came up? So if you lose the focus there, definitely it'll go. Okay, so most of the students, they lose focus, and that is the reason they lose points. Okay, so they might be thinking of their girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe in between the test, or what's happening, or what is happening in at home, or at my friend's place, or in the evening I'm going to have a party. So if you fraction of a second, if your concentration goes, the answer might go. So keep all your senses on the listening paper when you're doing listening. Okay, that is the best tip I can give you. Then and one more thing is, listen to podcasts, English movies, English series. Okay, already see, now this is the 21st century, and it's Android phone era, right? So everyone has this internet, and all these things. So watch series, guys, watch movies, watch the hell lot of things. If 15 years from now ago, if someone told that English is quite difficult to learn, yeah, that might be true. But now it's quite easy. The reason is we have mobiles, we have laptops, gadgets, apps available. A lot of entertainment things are available to develop English, isn't it? So before reading English or reading English newspapers is quite difficult. I mean, boring for I used to feel. Now there are a lot of things to develop your English language, isn't it? So there are a lot of ways to develop. That's what I mean to say. Yes. And guys, spellings are very, very, important here. If you write wrong spelling, it's a big no, and you will lose your mark over there, or you lose your score also. So spellings, if they are wrong, that's it. So be careful. There is reason he's giving. IELTS is giving 10 minutes to check your spelling. See, check your answers means what? You'll just not even just read whatever you've done or what glance you've done, but also you'll check if spellings are wrong or right. Okay. If any answer is unattended, you're going to write that, isn't it? For example, a fresh thought is there at that, section. You're going to write the answer then and there itself. It's not that after the third section or for completion of the fourth section, I'll come and write the answers. No, in between the sections also, he'll give some time. We'll give a half a minute to check your answers, he'll say. So why is he giving this half a minute to even check your answers? The reason is uh, you have that fresh thought of that, that conversation of that recording at that first section, because once this recording goes to the second section, the second section recording is completely different. So whatever you remember, you have to do it, you have to fill it up, you have to write it, you type it, everything, you have to do it in this first section itself, or whichever section you've just finished. Okay, so you'll get some time. In that time, you'll what you'll do, whatever you've left it, whatever you've answers unattended, you're going to write it, you're going to type it. The reason is very, very clear. If you go to the next section, the audio is different. You will forget what the previous audio was, what the speakers were speaking. It will become difficult. Okay. So this is another tip where you have to complete all the answers for that section before going to the next section. Definitely time is given. Definitely. Okay. Yes. Remember this. And yes, spellings are very important, guys. And word count, just like reading, word count is very important. If it is one word, definitely it will be one word only. Okay. If it is saying two words, one word and two words can be the answer. If it is saying three words, if the instruction is saying three words, the answer can be one word, two word, and three words. Okay. So mostly 90%, whatever the instruction is saying, for example, up to three words or up to two words. So definitely 90% of the answer will be, if it is saying three words, up 90% of the answer will be three words, but one or two will be two words or one word also. So that is the reason he says up to three words, up to two words. Obviously, one word means there is no, another chance is given. So only you write one word only, and all, and or a number also. Okay. Along with these words, if it is, if the instruction is saying and or a number, definitely maybe a number also can come. For example, we have in the first section, like I told you, numbers, four numbers. Addresses also have numbers, isn't it? So that is why he says two words or and or a number. He says, okay, like that. So just read the instruction carefully, then only go to the question. So without reading the instructions, even for reading or listening, don't start doing this. Answering the questions, because if you don't read the instructions, if you don't understand it, or if you don't follow the instructions, then you will be under, you know, wrong thing. So you have to follow the instructions, and then you have to answer it. Okay. So definitely it is very important. We are going to do multiple choice, which I just told you that it is difficult, right? Because sometimes students find it all the options are uttered, but they mean, or the answer is only, what they mean there. Okay. Sometimes the options which has the words which has the option, some of the words are repeated from the other options also, but they mean only one option then, which is very, very clear. So you need to understand it, you need to paraphrase it in your mind, like you paraphrase it for reading, right? Here also, whatever the speakers are saying, you need to paraphrase it in your mind. So definitely we'll jump into the ocean now. Let's start. Okay. Are you all ready, guys? All sleeping? Can you type yes, no, maybe? Am I boring you? Okay. So thank you everyone. Thanks. So let's start with multiple choice questions. So I request everyone to wear your headset or earpiece or whatever you have, guys, because uh, to have the speakers hear clearly, or to hear the audio clearly, I want you to wear headset, or obviously not headset like a typical one, whatever you have, earphone or whatever you have. I'm just giving you half a minute to go through these questions, and also get your headsets. Okay, so you run to your headset and get it now. Okay, and by the way, um, this audio has four questions. Another question is there in the next page. Okay, I'll tell you. First, go through these questions, please, and also get your headset. I'll give a half a minute. Go through the questions means I want you to read all the options and question, obviously, even the instruction. What is it saying? Okay, there's not much instruction given. Just is given. Circle the correct letter in between A to C. Yes. Actually, there are four questions. Another one is there in the next page. If you have the access to the handouts, it is you can see the fourth question also. Ma'am just told you about the handouts, where to find out. The link also has been given, I believe. If it is not given, if you are not able to find it also, no issues. I'll just go to the next page. You'll find it. Okay. Yes. This is the fourth question, any which ways. I want you to take a pic of it if you're not accessing the handout. If you're not able to access the handout, can you take a screenshot of it, everyone? Because I can't play the audio and show you the fourth question in the same time. So that is the reason I want you to take a screenshot of it. Have you guys taken? Okay, if you have taken, you can type yes. Okay, someone has a question. The word itself says I'm impossible. Okay. Abhishek. Sir, we also want to improve grammar. Okay. Grammar, yes, definitely grammar is important. Yes. So read more and more. So reading makes a lot of things easier. So read, watch, okay, and then ultimately speak. Read, watch, listen. Actually, okay. Obviously, when you're watching, you'll be listening also, isn't it? So listen to speakers. Those who are good in English. Okay. Read a lot. Yes. Okay, guys. So I believe that you have taken a pic of this. Let's start the audio. Okay. Yes.
You will hear a conversation between a student and a doctor at a student health centre.
So what's your problem?
Well, recently I've been getting this pain here, just behind my eyes and in my forehead.
I see. Have you felt sick or dizzy at all, or vomited?
No, not at all, though the pain is pretty intense sometimes.
And how's your health generally? Have you had any colds or flu recently?
I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, but that's gone. It was only a sniffle, really.
Good. Are you studying a lot? Are you getting enough sleep?
Yes, I'm studying quite a lot. I've got some exams coming up in December, but I'm making sure to sleep plenty.
What time do you go to bed?
They're usually around 11. I sleep about 8.5 hours, and I'm up about 7:30, so I have time to go jogging for half an hour before going to the university at 9.
Very healthy. And has this pain kept you awake or stopped you jogging?
Yes, it makes getting to sleep harder. It's much worse at the end of the day. I hardly notice it in the morning.
What about food? Are you eating properly?
I think so. My girlfriend cooks my meals.
Right, and do you wear glasses?
No,
Aha, when did you last visit an optician?
I don't remember. When I was a child, I suppose.
Okay, well, I think first you should get that done again, just to make sure it's not the cause. In the meantime, take an aspirin or two when you're in pain, and come and see me again in a week. Ask the receptionist to give you an appointment with the optician. He's here on Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Okay. So even I want you to choose two options from the fourth question. Okay. Like I showed you this one. Here, from this question, you need to choose two options. Okay. But from the others, you need to choose only one option. Okay. So I believe most of you have answered it, but those who have not got for the first time, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Okay. Just listen to it carefully, please. And after listening to it, you can type the answers in the chat box. Okay. So please listen to it this time.
You will hear a conversation between a student and a doctor at a student health centre.
So what's your problem?
Well, recently I've been getting this pain here, just behind my eyes and in my forehead.
I see. Have you felt sick or dizzy at all, or vomited?
No, not at all. Though the pain is pretty intense sometimes.
And how's your health generally? Have you had any colds or flu recently?
I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, but that's gone. It was only a sniffle, really.
Good. Are you studying a lot? Getting enough sleep?
Yes, I'm studying quite a lot. I've got some exams coming up in December, but I'm making sure to sleep plenty.
What time do you go to bed?
They're usually around 11. I sleep about 8.5 hours, and I'm up about 7:30, so I have time to go jogging for half an hour before going to the university at 9.
Very healthy. And has this pain kept you awake or stopped you jogging?
Yes, it makes getting to sleep harder. It's much worse at the end of the day. I hardly notice it in the morning.
What about food? Are you eating properly?
I think so. My girlfriend cooks my meals.
Right, and do you wear glasses?
No,
Aha, when did you last visit an
So she's talking about the fourth question. So go to this the pick which you have taken for the fourth question, and then choose the two options. Okay.
optician?
I don't remember. When I was a child, I suppose.
Okay, well, I think first you should get that done again, just to make sure it's not the cause. In the meantime, take an aspirin or two when you're in pain, and come and see me again in a week. Ask the receptionist to give you an appointment with the optician. He's here on Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Okay. So now type in the answers at one go in the same message. Okay. Not like first answer in the first this thing. Okay. Type all the answers in the one message, all the 4 answers in the one message, and send it to me. Okay. Yes, I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box. So already Abhishek and Shweta sent. I want everyone to send their answers because I repeated the answers, the audio twice. And by the way, in the examination, the audio is played only once. Okay, you won't have this option to repeat, or you don't have that. So obviously we are practicing here, definitely, and number of times we can listen to them. So once we get across to different kinds of terminologies, words, or letters sometimes, so for that you can repeat because this is all practice. Okay. So someone is asking Pratiksha, sir, which is easiest, paper based or computer based? Okay, both are one and the same. You have to discover it any which ways. The reason is see, those who are well versed with the computer interface, and they can they might have a, you know, average typing speed, yes, can go for computer based. See, here typing speed is not what it is required. Okay, but typing is required more in writing. But otherwise, both computer based and paper based are one and the same. The criteria is same. Everything is same. There also they have 4 sections in listening. Only thing is, in computer based you need to type it, okay, quickly. And paper based you have to scribble it on the paper or write it on the paper. Okay, so both the things you have to discover. You know, see, after see, any which ways you're doing a online paper based test kind of online test kind of thing, when you're going to the website of Ubergrad, there you have all computer-based sections. You have a sectional test, you have mock tests. So these are all again computer-based tests only. Okay, so for example, if you want to experience paper-based test, take a printout of one paper of reading, like 3 passages, and start answering it on the paper. You will understand which one is better for you. Okay, so you are the best person to decide. Okay, so that will only happen when you do it both the tests on paper based test and on the and also on the computer based, which already Ubergrad has. Okay, those sectional tests and mock tests are already there, so you can experience those. Yes, I'm getting answers. I want everyone to answer. I have somewhere around more than 50 people logged in. Yeah, 29, sorry, 29, 30 people. So I want everyone to give their answers, guys. So if your participation is really good, it encourages me to, you know, open up a lot and teach you a lot, or tell you many things. And definitely, why not? Why you should not participate? Because you have that, you know, thing to learn here. That is the reason you are here, right? So give your answers, whatever it is. And by the way, there is no negative marking in IELTS, like I told you. Okay, so there's no negative marking. So definitely give your, you know, whatever. If you feel that yes, this is the answer. So guesswork can have a chance of 25% to be correct answer, isn't it? So do the guesswork. Even if you're not getting, like, out of 10 questions, you're not getting one answer. You're not getting. Do that guesswork. Okay, so there's a chance to be right? Yes. Okay, I got maximum answers, I believe. Okay, if anyone is still typing, you can give me the answers, guys. I can wait. Okay, we'll start. So what is why is Martin visiting the doctor? Definitely, he says he has this intense pain behind the eyes and between the forehead. The eyes and the forehead. Obviously, forehead means headache, isn't it? He's not directly telling that he's suffering from headaches. Definitely, it is. They won't tell it directly, because paraphrasing is what they say. So we need to, you know, paraphrase it in a mind and see what options are very near to the thing which they have said. So he says that headaches are there. I mean, the pain behind the eyes and the forehead is there. But he didn't say that no, he's not suffering from nausea. He doesn't also have any infections. Okay, so definitely the answer will be A. Okay, first answer is A as an alpha, which is he suffers from headaches. Okay, next, how many hours does Martin usually sleep each night? So here he says 8.5 hours. Okay, 8.5 means obviously it is not A option, which is less than 8. So that goes off. And then C, more than 9. No, he didn't say that. 8.5, he said. So more than 8, he said. So this option is very near to the what he said. What did he say? 8.5. That means between 8 and 9. So answer B is right for the second one. Okay, so second answer is B as in boy. Okay, so only one answer we need to choose here for these three, isn't it? Then, which of these describes Martin's problem? So, is he talking about it's continuous and constant, or it's worse during the daytime? No, it's worse in the evening and at night. So he says that after the evening, the pain is consistent, or it is persistent, isn't it? So that is what he says. So C is the right answer for the third one. So let's see what does he say for the third one again.
And I'm up about 7:30, so I have time to go jogging for half an hour before going to the university at 9.
Very healthy. And has this pain kept you awake or stopped you jogging?
Yes, it makes getting to sleep harder. It's much worse at the end of the day. I hardly notice it in the morning.
What
End of the day, it is getting worse. Obviously, end of the day means obviously after evening or at night. End of the day is what we say, right? So he hardly notices it in the daytime. So B is gone. It is continuous and constant. No, he says that it is always there in the end of the day. So C is the right answer for the third one. And fourth, there are two options to be chosen. So most of you have given the right answer, but some also gave A and E, and some have given C and D. Okay, some also have given, yeah, mostly A and E or yes, but some also have given the right answer, which is B and E. So meet an optician means have his eyes tested. So why will someone meet an optician? To get the eyes tested. Optician is the one who tests the eyes, isn't it? So meet the optician, which is the B option to be chosen, and take an aspirin or two. Aspirin is obviously a medicine, isn't it? So B as in boy and E as an elephant. So B and E are the right answers. Okay. So if you want, I can make you listen to the last part of it.
No,
Aha, when did you last visit an optician?
I don't remember. When I was a child, I suppose.
Okay, well, I think first you should get that done again, just to make sure it's not the cause. In the meantime, take an aspirin or two when you're in pain, and come and see me again in a week. Ask the receptionist to give you an appointment with the optician. He's here on Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Okay, I believe you got it now, right? So any doubts here, guys? Yes, we'll finish it up by 8:30, 8:35. Asking, is class over by 8:30? Yes, that is the end point. By 8:30 we need to finish. Okay, let's go to the next question quickly. I believe no one has any doubt in this one, isn't it? Yes.
Hi, Sarah.
We'll do question number 3. Okay. Yes. Are you all ready, guys? Can you type yes, no, maybe? Those who have just joined, for them, the instruction is please wear your headset or earpiece or earphones, okay, to have the best experience and also hear to the speakers really clearly, okay? Because in the examination, you will get the headset from the IDP, or the test center will give you the headset to perform the test. So no need to take any of your gadgets, because you're not allowed to take any gadget over there. You're not allowed to take headsets, even mobile phones, even any kind of watch, analog, digital, whatever. No watches are allowed. Okay. So this any which ways you will come to know once you book the test. Once you get the dates and all, the entire thing will be there. But I'm just telling you to good to know information. Okay. Yes. If you're ready, we'll start.
Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm phoning to complain about a flight I took recently. I always take certain measures to ensure that I will be comfortable. For example, I always pay the additional cost for extra legroom, and I always arrive punctually for the flight to make sure that I'm seated beneath an air conditioner. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to find that the air conditioning on the plane was broken, so I spent the entire flight in discomfort as it was too hot and the air was stuffy.
I see. I do apologize for this fault with the air conditioning. Now, while I have you on the phone, would you mind answering a short questionnaire regarding your recent flight?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. What did you think of the food that was served to you during the flight?
I thought that it was inexpensive and quite delicious. However, I was still very hungry afterwards, as it was a very small portion and more of a snack. Providing a snack for lunch is not reasonable.
Okay, I have noted that down. What was your opinion of the quality of service that you received from our staff on board?
The staff was very helpful, but each time I pressed the button to request service, it took a long time for a staff member to arrive. I found this frustrating, as there just weren't enough staff on board the flight to be able to serve all the customers.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for answering those questions.
Okay. So I know without giving any time, I played the audio. I'll play the audio one more time. But now that you're aware of what the questions are, so I'll play the audio another time. And Shweta was asking, sir, can we glance fourth question? So fourth question, I already told you guys to take a pick, right? So for your thing, yes, I'll show you one more time. So you can take a pick of it or whatever, any which ways you will have the handouts available already. Ma'am also has given the, link for the handouts. So it is there in the chat box itself. So even if you're not able to access now, you can just take a pic of this or a screenshot of it, Shweta. And others already have given the answers for the,
Right,
well, I mean this one. So I'll play the audio one more time for the people who have not got for the first time. Okay.
Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm phoning to complain about a flight I took recently. I always take certain measures to ensure that I will be comfortable. For example, I always pay the additional cost for extra legroom, and I always arrive punctually for the flight to make sure that I'm seated beneath an air conditioner. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to find that the air conditioning on the plane was broken, so I spent the entire flight in discomfort as it was too hot and the air was stuffy.
I see. I do apologize for this fault with the air conditioning. Now, while I have you on the phone, would you mind answering a short questionnaire regarding your recent flight?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. What did you think of the food that was served to you during the flight?
I thought that it was inexpensive and quite delicious. However, I was still very hungry afterwards, as it was a very small portion and more of a snack. Providing a snack for lunch is not reasonable.
Okay, I have noted that down. What was your opinion of the quality of service that you received from our staff on board?
The staff was very helpful, but each time I pressed the button to request service, it took a long time for a staff member to arrive. I found this frustrating, as there just weren't enough staff on board the flight to be able to serve all the customers.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for answering those questions.
Okay, you need to answer 3 questions only here. So here we have 3 questions. Please send in the answers now, everyone. Please type the answer in the chat box. Okay. Very good. Okay. First answer is C, like most of you have given like 80% of you have given is correct. It is C, temperature. He's talking about C. The temperature is not good. He's complaining about the temperature in the aircraft maybe. But he is punctual. The legroom is fine. Everything is fine. But he's complaining about the air conditioner, which is temperature, guys. The air is stuffy. The air conditioner is not working maybe properly saying. So he's punctual or not, we not required because he's not complaining for that, right? So punctuality is gone. Legroom is also enough. Legroom is there. He booked a spacious thing maybe, but he is not satisfied with the air conditioner and the air is stuffy. So temperature, C is the right answer. So that's what I told you. They will deliberately utter all the options in the, all the options in the question, but they mean only one answer, or the question is asking only one option here. So the answer is C. For some of you, like 20%, they have answered it wrong. Okay. For you guys, I'm playing it one more time for that first question. Okay.
Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm phoning to complain about a flight I took recently. I always take certain measures to ensure that I will be comfortable. For example, I always pay the additional cost for extra legroom, and I always arrive punctually for the flight to make sure that I'm seated beneath an air conditioner. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to find that the air conditioning on the plane was broken, so I spent the entire flight in discomfort as it was too hot and the air was stuffy.
I see.
Okay, got it. So C is the right answer, temperature, C. Okay. Next, second one, what does the man think about the food served during the flight? So this also, like some of you guys have given B as which is it is expensive. No, B is not the correct answer. It is A, which is, it says it is a snack, but B, he says inexpensive. Inexpensive means inexpensive, he says, obviously. Because he's speaking fast, right? He's obviously English guy, so he speaks really fast in his mother tongue. So inexpensive, he says. So that we need to catch. That means inexpensive means not so expensive, exactly opposite to expensive. So B option is gone. And it tastes good. Obviously, C is also gone. But he says it is very small portion and it is like a snack. So A is the right answer. Those who have not got the second answer, please listen to it.
Do apologize for this fault with the air conditioning. Now, while I have you on the phone, would you mind answering a short questionnaire regarding your recent flight?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. What did you think of the food that was served to you during the flight?
I thought that it was inexpensive and quite delicious. However, I was still very hungry afterwards, as it was a very small portion and more of a snack.
Okay, got it now? So second answer is A. It is not enough to eat. Okay, I believe now you got it. Next. Third, what does the man think of the service of the staff? Everyone, like more than 90% have given the right answer. It is B, long wait. Okay, B, which is long wait. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat that answer any which ways because you have given that answer correct. So now I believe you have got this hang of this entire, listening slowly, isn't it? Definitely, we started with the difficult, question type, which is MCQs. So I want you to practice these kind of question types, which are like already I have left some of them, some of the questions, like for example, sample question 3, which we just discussed. Sample question 2, you can work on. Okay, and then even sample question 4, you can work on. Okay, so these questions you can work on, and the audio is there in the in our website or in our handouts. If you're not able to find out that, you can just ask ma'am now, and she will guide you further. Okay, so we'll continue doing this. Even we'll discover more question types tomorrow, and I'll explain you how to do those question types. Okay, so I believe that's all for now. Those who have to join for the next class or the other classes, you can go ahead. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Bye, guys, and see you tomorrow, everyone.
Okay. So, guys, now if you have any questions related to handouts or the access to the recordings, you can just put forward your questions. You can just type it in the chat box and I'll answer them. Also, I've shared the Telegram channel link of IELTS. So, you can just go and join the Telegram channel and you'll get the handouts over there. So, if you don't have any questions, we'll just close the link for today and meet tomorrow for another session. I'll just reshare it, Pratiksha. It's there in the chat box. You can go and visit the Telegram channel. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll meet you tomorrow for another session. Yes, Abhishek, the mock tests are available. You can just go and check out the website and also the Telegram channel. It's all there. Okay, thank you so much for joining.